Hello everyone, and we're back with part 3 on how to make a ping pong game using Scratch. So in part 1 what we did is we made the two sticks move up and down. In part 2 we added a score to the game and a ball, and now in part 3 we are going to add two edges and we're going to add different backdrops. So I've already added a few backdrops. So as you can see, I've added neon tunnel to go with the game, and I think that looks pretty good. But you can choose any backdrop you want to choose. Now I've also added two more backdrops. So one is player 1 wins and one is player 2 wins. So these are the two backdrops that I'm going to use when one of the player wins. So now we just need to create two new sprites, and they're going to be the edges of the game. And so they have to be really thin, and we're going to keep them right on the edge. So maybe a little bit thicker, and we move it right to the edge of the screen. Okay, so we have one edge, and it's going to be called green edge. Okay, now we paint another sprite, and this is going to be called red edge, and we're going to move it right to the edge once again. Just need to make it a little bit taller. And we move it right to the edge. So we make it slightly thinner. And thinner. And okay, so we have our two edges. Okay, so now we need to do the coding. So we go into the ball sprite, and what we want to do is we want the game to switch backdrops when the ball touches one of the edges. So I'm going to go to control and grab an if then loop, and I'm going to put it inside the forever loop. Then I'm going to go to sensing and grab a if touching mouse pointer, and I'm going to press green edge. So then we want it to switch to the backdrop player 2 wins, because if the ball touches the green edge, then it should switch to the backdrop player 2 wins. Switch backdrop to player 2 wins, and I'm just going to copy and paste this, and instead of green edge, red edge, and player 1 wins. But after we do that coding, we have to add this block, which is when green flag clicked, we have to switch the backdrop back to neon tunnel. Otherwise the backdrop will stay the same from the previous game. Okay, so I think we have the code ready for that. Let's just try it out. Okay, so now we have player 1 wins, but there's one slight problem. First of all, the game continues, and because the game continues, it might switch backdrop again. So what we need to do is we need to go to control, and we need to grab an if then loop and put it inside the forever loop. Then we need to go to in fact, we could just copy and paste this whole these to code, and we just put it in, and we also put those in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to control and put a stop all block, and I'm going to put a stop all block here. So the problem is when we put the stop all block here, it just completely stops the game. Actually, I'll put the block there. Okay, so I think the game is ready. So let's just try it out to see if it works. So I think what we need to do is we need to go to the ball sprite, and we need to make it slightly slower. So maybe something like 9 steps. Okay, that seems pretty good. Okay, so I think the game seems to work. Let's just... Okay, so the game works. And that's how you make a ping pong game using Scratch.